He gets the call, and he gets a good game. Defensively, for the top-ranked defense in the country, when the guys that Gary talked about aren't making plays, Nolan Smith usually is. There's the rest of the group that'll join him. And here you see the hurry-up of the Tennessee offense to the 27. Hooker going to go deep. And he's got a man wide open. And he just overshot Velus Jones. It would have been a touchdown.
Hard to believe they scored on the first play of the game against Kentucky, and against Georgia now they should have scored on the second play of the game. If that ball is catchable and with that wide open, you got to throw one that your receiver can judge it and make that catch. That's the one you can't overthrow.
They had 70 and 72-yard touchdown throws on their first 4 plays. First couple of plays, actually.
Holy cow.
A week ago.
You got to figure Georgia's working on big plays early, and they still popped it.
3rd and 5. Here's Hooker on the run. Getting to the edge, got the first down and more. Out across the 40. First down, Tennessee.
Well, we talked about the skill that Hendon runs the ball with. Can he take the hits all game? He will if he runs against this Georgia defense.
And now it's Small who takes it into Georgia territory. Jabari Small with a big gain.
Tough to show highlights and replays because Tennessee, when they get it going, will continue to snap it fast. Here they go.
Small got 9. 2nd and short, and the throw is complete. First down, out of bounds to 46. Jalen Hyatt. And Tennessee rolling here on the opening possession.
There's always a phrase of the week. And for Tennessee, the phrase of the week this week was, get it started. Each series, get it started.
They got it started.
You bet.
And again, Small cuts outside, got around a would-be tackler, Nakobe Dean, and Tyndall bring him down. But another good game.
So for the last 2 weeks, Georgia has faced backup quarterbacks. They're not facing a backup quarterback today.
They got too many guys on the field right now. The center judge is holding things up.
There was a substitution by Tennessee, and they'll allow Georgia to substitute.
Georgia gets to match. Now everybody's set. 2nd down at 5. Quick throw to the outside. Complete. Another first down. Jalen Hyatt again. They started this drive at the 23. They've worked it to the Georgia 31. Hooker backpedals, goes long to the corner of the end zone. Broken up. And a flag down on Keely Ringo.
And Keely Ringo, the freshman, knew he was beat. He didn't know where the football was, and he decided, I'm going to get pass interference. It's only a 15-yard penalty rather than letting the ball be caught. It's a smart move.
Defense, number 5, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
And you see Ringo draped all over the intended receiver.
We all know the difference in the rules. In the NFL, the ball would go to the 2-yard line.
Right.
Here it's a 15-yard penalty. Bottom of the screen, man-to-man coverage, beats him cleanly. Nice throw this time. Your guy can catch it. 2 yards inbounds.
Tennessee already in the Georgia red zone at the 16 with that penalty. 4 runs and 3 passes so far in the opening couple of minutes.
Yeah, and as important as 4 and 3 is it's 7 plays, keeping your defense off the field. Remember, a week ago against Kentucky, they scored, but they didn't have a lot of plays.
They only had the ball for 13 minutes and 23 seconds, and they scored 3.5 points a minute in that 45-42.
Yeah.
That's just unbelievable.
And the 4 runs, the shortest they've gained is 4 yards. Look at the space they're given to the slot.
Hooker on a run. Down to the 10, maybe the 9. Numbers from a week ago. Look at that.
Amazing.
Most of the coaches, both for Georgia and Tennessee, so we've never seen anything like it.
Right.
Yeah, they're already at the Georgia 9-yard line. And that looks more like the Georgia defense. Jalen Wright maybe got a yard.
So right now, Coach Heupel is deciding whether if it's 4th and short, will he go for it? Will he kick a field goal?
And again, both teams substitute. Jabari Small comes back into the Tennessee backfield. 3rd down and 3. Tennessee a 45% 3rd down team so far this year. Got to get to the 6. Hooker throws it. They are going to get more than 6. They'll get a 6-point touchdown, Tennessee. Start fast, I guess so, Gary.
Yeah, the bunch formation really exposed the Georgia defense this time. Little play action, just a little bit of a delay, and you've got your fast receiver on an inside linebacker on the play.
Our AT&T 5G pylon cam sees Jones come right into your picture.
What a drive.
Chase McGrath in for the point after. Georgia's given up more points in the opening. Never lost to Georgia in this series, and he said earlier this week, Georgia better watch out. Volunteers are getting better every week, and they sure look good on the opening drive.
I think he's right. I will say this, admire, he's loyal to his alma mater no matter what, shows up, shakes hands, and always roots for his team.
Absolutely. Toby Wilson to kick off. This one is returnable from the 5. And it's Zamir White who gets out maybe to the 22. And Georgia goes to work there. And our Papa John's starting lineup starts with number 13, Stetson Bennett. So far on the year, he hasn't lost a game. The team hasn't lost a game. And as a starter over 2 seasons, he's 10-2. Getting Jermaine Burton back to full health has helped their receiver core. They did lose a guy again this week, though. Arian Smith, who just got back and was probably their fastest guy, was injured in practice this week, and his season is probably over. Bennett, quick throw to the outside. He's got a man wide open, and it's Kearis Jackson on the run.
Well, you talk about a starting play that was perfectly called. Tennessee comes with a slot blitz. They're bringing people right behind it is where the screen goes, and perfect call with the perfect call from the defense at the same time. Say this, Georgia has not led by more than 3 points all year, 3-0. This is the biggest deficit of the year.
That's right.
For Stetson Bennett, 6-7-0.
We kept saying, what do they do if they have to play from behind? Well, they're playing from behind here early in the first quarter. Play fake. Bennett hit from behind. The ball harmlessly falls as he got whacked in the back trying to get rid of that football. It brings up 2nd and 10.
So this Tennessee defense leads the Power 5 conferences in tackles for a loss. That's a tackle for a loss is a sack as well. They count as both. So you see the pressure they put on Bennett on that play.
Zamir White puts his head down, goes for about 3, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and long. And this is the volunteer defense that Georgia's looking at right now, led by Jeremy Banks, who leads the club in tackles. Georgia coming in 47% on the year on their 3rd down conversions. They're going to have to get it into Tennessee territory to move the chains right here. 3rd down and 7.
One note, it's a Broderick Jones at left tackle here. In for the injured Salyer, number 69, 59 playing left tackle. Let's watch that matchup.
James Cook in the Georgia backfield. Bennett flushed out of the pocket. He can run, and he does, and he's got the 1st down. Goes down to the 43-yard line, and that's the added advantage that he gives this Georgia offense.
Well, I'll tell you what, Broderick Jones got away with one here. He held on the play. Watch this. It's a blitz coming from, I think it's a corner cat. Watch him grab and turn just at the end of that play.
14-yard scramble by Bennett. Now it's James Cook for 3. Brought down by Roman Harrison.
You don't hold if it isn't called, right?
That's right. There's no laundry on the field.
That's
no
right.
foul.
Not a foul.
Georgia brings their wide receivers all out to the near side on second down at the 39. Bowers, the tight end, is lined up on the left. He's a dangerous combination receiver. James Cook, and Cook into the secondary. James Cook, he will score. Touchdown, Georgia. 39 yards.
Cedric Van Pran, number 63, the center. Watch the job he does getting to the second level to make this play. Combo block inside from the right guard, Erickson, and then he climbs to the secondary and makes the play on the linebacker. What a beautiful job blocking by that Georgia offensive line. And they might not have been behind by a lot, and they weren't behind by a lot either.
Not for very long.
2:32.
But Lesney in for the point after. It's up and good.
Beautiful execution by that Georgia offensive line. Well, now we'll see how they adjust on defense.
Camarda set the kick, and Velus Jones waits back at the goal line for Tennessee. This time Camarda knocks it out the back of the end zone. So Tennessee will come out to the 25.
Well, Ness Velus Jones didn't get that one, but he did get the one before. He's lined up in the slot in that condensed formation. Brini, number 36, had him on the play man-to-man. You saw Kirby talking to Brini afterwards saying, that's your guy. I mean, you can't get pushed off. You're man-to-man. Don't worry about the running play. You got to stick with that receiver, and good execution by that Tennessee offense.
So they go to work for the second time here in the first quarter. RPO and the quick throw, and again the receiver open, and is Payton. Javonte Payton picks up 8 or 9, and he's hurt.
So as the injured player's down, as soon as the man goes in motion, and Hendon says 3-on-2, I'm coming out here. It's an RPO. He sees only 2 defenders out there with the motion. He's coming out with the quick screen to the receiver.
And hopefully just had the wind knocked out of him on the sideline on the end of the play. Javonte Payton out of Nashville. We'll check on him when we come back.
May watching all those barbecue tutorials make it look like you know what you're doing. And may the real vodka and real juice of High Noon pair perfectly with game day. High Noon. Sun's up.
How's Sanchez looking?
With your QB's increased spin rate, any pass with a launch angle of at least 43 degrees puts Sanchez in the end zone.
You a data analyst or something?
An investor in Invesco QQQ, a fund that gives you access to NASDAQ 100 innovations like AI statistical analysis software.
How am I going to do?
Become an agent of innovation with Invesco QQQ. Before investing, carefully read and consider fund investment objectives, risks, charges, expenses, and more in prospectus at Invesco.com.
When you walk in the door with the new triple bacon pizza from Papa John's, oh, that smell of bacony goodness has everyone showing up. And I mean everyone. It's the season of bacon at Papa John's.
That's the thing about claims, you see. They don't happen on your schedule. I mean, take a chestnut. It doesn't just say, oh, beg pardon, sir, but it's now a good time for a jolly bit of window cracking. I mean, if they did, you wouldn't need a Geico claims team that's available 24/7. But near as I can tell, chestnuts don't talk. Or maybe they're just really quiet.
Geico, your claims team is here for you 24/7.
Well, got things to do, Mr. Chestnut, so...
CBS Sports Network is your home for the NWSL semifinals. Tomorrow at 3 and 5:30.
Tomorrow it's NFL on CBS doubleheader action. Early games feature the Browns and the Patriots. Saints take on the Titans. Russell Wilson's coming back as the Seahawks go to Lambeau to meet the Packers. As always, the day begins at noon Eastern with the NFL Today. JB and the guys, doubleheader action tomorrow on CBS. Let's go back to the injury on the wide receiver.
Inside, Dean is going to come on the inside on the blitz. But watch number 41, Channing Tindall, come across. He's the one that gets the hit. Talking about that speed from the inside linebackers. They play 3 of them, Walker, Dean, and Tindall, and they all can run sideline to sideline.
Javante Payton is in the medical tent. It looked like he was favoring his left arm when he finally got up and headed to the sideline. So we'll try to get a report, Jamie, on that. Meanwhile, it is 2nd down and 2. And here is number 2, Jabari Small. He's going to be close to the first down. Don't know if he got it or not. Devontae Wyatt's got him all wrapped up. They're still looking to spot the ball. It's 3rd down and short. Less than a yard. This is Hooker, and he didn't get it. Wow. And it was Tindall first, and then Nakobe Dean cleaned up.
Same 2 guys. Those second layer, those linebackers. This time, Dean is in that outside linebacker, that bear look when he lines up at outside, almost defensive end, and then cleaned up by leading tackler on the team, Tindall.
And you see Javante Payton is headed into the locker room, apparently still favoring his shoulder or his arm. Meanwhile, a big stop by Georgia right there.
Back-to-back plays.
Kearis Jackson waiting on Paxton Brooks' punt. In the backfield with Stetson Bennett. Bennett to throw on first down. Nope, not going to throw on first down. Down he goes. And it's big Matthew Butler. That's only the 6th sack given up by Georgia this year.
When you see a sack and you see a quarterback pause in the backfield, you know the coverage was good. They tried to get a swing pass to the outside, covered well, and then Schaefer cannot hold up inside at left guard.
And a loss of 8. Another loss. Gary talked about the tackle for loss group from Tennessee, and they've got back-to-back. That's Omari Thomas.
Yeah, and this time Warren Erickson, number 50, reaches to make the block and gets beat inside. That's the one thing when you step outside and that guy takes that inside move, you've got to hustle and try to take his legs out.
A loss of 8 and then a loss of 4 more. And it's 3rd and 22, and you got to be careful here.
Yeah, I think that play call from Todd Monken will be very careful or very deep. Nothing in between.
James Cook's going to flush out of the backfield. It's the quick throw to Kearis Jackson. Jackson got a couple blocks and got back across the original line of scrimmage, but it's 4th down.
So for a defense of Tennessee that gave up over 600 yards last week, 99 plays from Kentucky, and on the first drive, Georgia goes down the field. That is a big stop for this defense.
And Tim Banks, their defensive coordinator, well done by the Vols defense. It'll force Jake Kamar to punt.
And 2 one-on-one plays there, beating their man. That's the key to a defense. You got to win those one-on-one matchups, and this Tennessee defensive line did.
Camarda averaging about 46 yards a punt on the year. Bayless Jones is going to get out of the way of this one, and no, he won't. He's going to take it on a hop, as Jackson did on the earlier return for Georgia, and he saved him some yardage too around the 17-yard line. Now they don't break the law, they bend it. Meet the McCluskeys, Power Rokers in Kingstown, Michigan, where the business of incarceration is the only thriving industry. New drama, Mayor of Kingstown from Yellowstone co-creator Taylor Sheridan features Jeremy Renner, Diane Wiest, Kyle Chandler. You can stream it now exclusively on Paramount Plus.
That's last time Tennessee was stopped on 2nd and 3rd down, but they've been winning on 1st down. That's why their offense is working. See if they can get it working against their rivals. That would be big for Josh Heupel and his tenure here as a head coach.
Booker, the throw to the outside. Nice pitch and catch out to the 22.
See, there's another 1st down win. When you're calling plays as an offense, you want at least 4 yards. That's a win on 1st down. If you get above, ahead of the chains, you'll take that as an offense. Love to have more.
They'll take the 5 they got, and now number 5 whips it out, high throw, caught, and close to a first down is Cedric Tillman.
Yeah, they didn't like the spot on that play. It's 3rd and inches. Remember, they were stuffed last time, going hurry up.
Almost stuffed again, but Small finds a little opening and gets it out to move the sticks around the 29.
Well, Tyon Evans, their leading ball carrier, gives them 75 rushing yards a game. He is not playing in this game. That means Jabari Small, number 2, is the main guy.
Hooker throws again, wide open receiver, and another first down, and this one's Ramel Keaton.
Well, we met Hendon Hooker yesterday, and he is a cool customer.
Yeah, he is.
And he is starting this game as a cool customer again.
Jordan Davis is down right now. That causes the chorus of boos from the fans in Knoxville, thinking that Georgia's taking a little breather here because of the hurry-up offense in Tennessee to try to slow them down.
Well, for the Tennessee crowd, if it stays at boos, that's good enough.
Yeah. We don't want anything thrown on the field.
Right.
Well, the big fella, maybe the biggest on either team, down on one knee.
I tell you, as soon as the play started, Jordan Davis reached for his left, like groin, hand, upper leg area. As soon as the play went, he turned around and grabbed it. I think he's right here. Watch as he turns around. As he turns right away, he feels it. He doesn't look to the bench or anything like that. On that one, he feels it and goes down to one knee.
Yeah. So Tennessee's had an opportunity to bring their offense over to the sideline, set to go with a first down at the 44. Hooker, look out from behind. He got away from Wyatt. And he not only got away, he might be close to a first down. Ball comes out at the end. All kinds of things happening on that play.
Well, Wyatt inside makes the play. Just an arm over, does a swim against Jerome Carvin, number 75, and gets into the backfield. And as Brad told you, just a miraculous get away from that pass rush.
The ruling is that there was a fumble recovered by the offense. First down.
So that's a pickup of 18.
And it should have been a loss of about 7.
Yeah. So Tennessee right back in Georgia territory at the 38-yard line.
It's under further review.
They're going to take a look at whether or not he was down or that was a fumble at the end of the play.
Wyatt inside right here is going to make the play. Swim move, gets into the backfield, and then how does he get away from that big man?
Then he does that, and at the end of the play, the scoop.
Yeah, I think he was down on the play. The ball, I don't think, comes loose.
His leg is already hit at that point.
I think his bottom comes down, and then it's stripped out.
Yep.
Yep, knees down, shin down.
Well, I'm glad they're taking a look at it because that would have been a free extra 10 yards.
I think Georgia's defense is glad they're taking a look at it.
So they can get a breath.
They got to get a breath against the tempo offense that they're facing.
There's Dan Lanning, the defensive coordinator over there in the middle of that huddle with Kirby Smart, as James Carter, our referee, is taking a look at it upstairs. Is Mickey Haddock, the replay official. I don't really think there should be a lot of controversy on this one,
and again,
unless they've seen something we didn't see.
And again, first down being good to Tennessee. I mean, they are making plays and keeping this Georgia defense off balance with their success on first down.
Well, Hendon Hooker's knee is down there, and maybe they're looking at where he landed more than anything else on this review. His rear end's down there, and the ball still isn't out. So we've got it straightened out. We'll get the call. I think it's more about the spot maybe than whether or not it was a fumble.
After review, the runner's knee was down before the fumble. Will be second down and 1 from the 47-yard line.
So they got it right. It'll be second down and 1.
Now, here's one of these ones where you want to go short yardage, go deep. Because they didn't have success picking up the first down earlier, or do you just want to run it twice in a row and get the first down? That guy will be making the decision.
Small with Hooker in the backfield. They throw it. It's a first down to Jones. To the 41, Velus Jones. And now they're going to hurry. You see the wide receivers run it back and get it to the official as fast as they can. So they can keep going at this 3 plays a minute pace. Hooker fires far side again, caught by Tillman.
So when we spoke to Hendon Hooker, we asked, like, why is it so different from you at Virginia Tech to here? He said, I just feel comfortable. They call plays. They let me be me. I feel like I'm the guy out there running the offense instead of running somebody else's offense.
Here he throws late and high and incomplete, intended for Jones, and a flag down. We might have a holding on Tennessee.
I'm wondering, or did they hit the quarterback in the head on the play? I think it was holding first. Did they do both?
Holding.
Yep.
Offense, number 75. 10-yard penalty from their previous 5. Second down.
That matchup has been a problem. Devontae Wyatt beat Carvin earlier. Jerome Carvin, number 75 on Wyatt, and you can see the grab right there.
Yep.
Easy call, and the hand does come to the helmet, but maybe not enough.
So that backs Tennessee up to the 48-yard line of Georgia. On the 2nd and 17 now. These quick throws. A group of 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen. It's just pitch and catch right now for Hooker and company. They're coming to the same way with a wide out there. And the inside move by Keaton gets it back to the 43, so they've got about 5.
Well, you're seeing modern football, the spread offense, the hurry up, the effective wide receivers. What they do is, we know we're not as good at them in the box, so we don't go at them in the box.
Hit as he throws is Hooker, but he's still got it to Tillman. Down the sideline. Flag is down.
Yeah, Darian Kendrick is saying he got thrown down on the play. Let's see what they call. To the outside on the play. Who throws who down? And Kendrick saying he did. I think Jalen Hyatt's saying we're both fighting. He fell. Let's see what they call.
Pass interference. Defense.
Wow,
Number 11.
look at that.
That penalty is declined. The result of the play, first down.
28-yard pickup.
Kendrick, the transfer from Clemson. A lot of fighting right there. I don't see anybody reason to call that on either guy on that play. If they're going to let them fight out there. Beautiful throw, though, wasn't it?
Sure was.
Zipped it out there. No time for safety to get there. A lot of space right here on the slot. A lot of space.
They fake the end around and throw to the end zone. In and out of the hands of Fant, the tight end. Got one hand on it.
What you like down here when you throw to these tight ends is to keep the ball high. Coming off the slot, throw the ball up in the air where only your guy can get it. Let those big tight ends go up there. You hope with 2 hands, but look at that. Above the DBs, only the Tennessee receiver could get it.
Second down. Hooker is going to run it inside the 10, down to around the 7. In Josh Heupel's head coaching career, his first year here at Tennessee, and the 3 previous years at UCF, he's never had a team that didn't score at least 14 points. Georgia doesn't give up 14 kind of points, but right. Tennessee's heading that way right now.
Yeah, they're what, 13 all year is the most.
Hooker.
That's out of the,
yeah, that one's a little high.
That's high.
That was even high for the guy in the first row.
Right. We like to throw him high down here, but that's... Nobody really to go to the ball to, and everybody's yelling to the referees, I got held, he got held, and those back judges and officials are going to have their eyes open and not listen to all the chatter because everybody's grabbing right now.
Chase McGrath will come out to try to tack on 3 here. This will be a 24-yard field goal attempt for Chase McGrath. Georgia's good at blocking kicks. They have been this year. They don't get anywhere near this one. Tennessee has the lead for the second time in the first quarter against the #1 team in the country. Josh Heupel's Volunteers up 10-25. Now it's time for Hometown Connection presented by T-Mobile. Here's Jamie.
Well, they're not from the same hometown, but these 2 young men called the campus at USC home for a while Valus Jones Jr. and JT Daniels were teammates at USC. On a road game on the West Coast one day, the team went to a petting zoo because the kickoff was so late. Stay with me here. They fell in love with the ferret. So when they got back, Valus Jones got a pet ferret. Well, sometimes he goes on vacation, so who babysat the pet ferret? None other than JT Daniels, his good friend. The ferret's name was Crash, and they will always have Crash in their hearts.
Oh, boy, that's a good one. Stetson Bennett on a handoff to Zamir White. And a couple. Jeremy Banks, who's a leading tackler for Tennessee, and on the hit. Georgia really hasn't gotten their ground game rolling yet. They come in averaging about 190 yards on the ground a game. Best run of the day so far was by that guy, Stetson Bennett, on a scramble to pick up a first down. So the time of possession completely different for Tennessee than it was a week ago in their win over Kentucky. Kenny McIntosh this time got to the 30. It's going to be 3rd down and almost 5.
So Georgia knows that they need to run the ball to be successful. Tennessee knows it too. Early in this football game, that's the matchup right now. Can Tennessee hold up in the running game? Because the most passes all year that Stetson Bennett has thrown in a game, 21 pass attempts. The most he's thrown all year. It's been the running attack.
And he's never completed more than 14. Let's see what they do here. Empty backfield, so it looks like it'll be a throw unless Bennett does it with his legs. 3rd down and 5. Throw to the outside and is too far in front of McConkey.
Yeah, he missed him. And the body reaction from Stetson after he let it go. He knows he missed him. Had a little bit of a pick to the outside, inside slot. He's got him for a first down and just let him too much. Watch it. He knows. Right away.
And JT Daniels talking with him on the sideline. Another punt coming up from Camarda. Georgia was a man short, but they get him out there as James Cook. Fair catch taken around the 25 by Jones. And Tennessee going right back to work on offense with 7 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Tonight, 10:30 Eastern on CBS Sports Network. Gridiron action continues. Nevada and number 22 San Diego State get together in a Mountain West battle. We did that game a year ago in Reno. It's a rematch. 77 yards in 10 plays. Hendon Hooker, his 22nd touchdown toss of the year, and the Volunteers up 7-0.
Today tastes like a new tradition, like an old favorite. Tastes like all hands on deck and all eyes on the prize. Today tastes like a piece of the action, and it never tasted this good.
You have 3 burgers. You sharing? You eating all 3?
No, I'm eating them all.
You wouldn't share your burger with me?
Not this burger. The burgers you make at your house? Yeah, we could share that. That's no problem. Sonic garlic butter bacon burger.
What if I'm hungry?
Absolutely not.
I didn't even know that Ring had an alarm. I got the 5-piece kit and setup was simple. I've got sensors for motion, my doors, and my windows. If anything happens, Ring lets me know. With Ring Alarm, we feel protected.
Get holiday deals at ring.com.
Doing this thing part-time, now I'm doing this thing all day. I put in the work all day. I put in the work all day. Look, no, I don't care what you think or say. I put in the work all day. I put in the work all day.
This is a company town, and the business is incarceration.
Mayor of Kingstown, new series streaming November 14th, exclusively on Paramount+.
One of the most famous volunteers ever, Peyton Manning, being honored here today. Never lost to Georgia in this series, and he said earlier this week,
that Georgia offensive line.
Season-long 39-yard gallop for James Cook caps a 78-yard touchdown march in 6 plays. First quarter, a lot of fireworks already at Neyland. We're tied at 7.
Every time I eat stuffed crust from Pizza Hut, I play this song.
But watch what happens when I play it backwards.
Eat stuffed crust backwards, just $12.99.
The original stuffed crust, only from Pizza Hut. No one out pizzas the Hut.
When you spend all year serving others, when you lead by example, you don't just land on the nice list. You get rewarded by becoming the top brand in new vehicle quality in the automotive industry. Celebrate all the good you've done this year at the Ram Black Friday sales event.
Get 1 full year of no extra cost Sirius XM on us and 0% financing for 72 months plus no monthly payments for 90 days on the 2021 Ram 1500 Bighorn.
We're getting this story out there. We need a plan.
I have a plan. Right now, at T-Mobile, customers on Magenta Max can get the new iPhone 13 Pro, and T-Mobile will pay for it. It has the most advanced iPhone camera ever. I'm talking new customers. I'm talking existing customers like Ronald.
The new iPhone on T-Mobile. Let's do it!
New and existing customers can upgrade to the iPhone 13 Pro on us on our most popular plan, Magenta Max.
Do we have a plan for the second half?
Nah, we're gonna get cream.
But we'll be on T-Mobile.
Subway has so much new, it didn't fit in the last ad. Like the new app with customization, curbside pickup, and delivery. There's so much new, we don't even have time to show you who's holding his phone.
I bet you don't treat Brady this way. Come on, man.
You clearly haven't seen the other ad. It's the Eat Fresh Refresh at Subway.
CBS invites you to an exclusive one-night-only performance with a special interview by Oprah Winfrey. Adele, one night only, Sunday on CBS.
Get nonstop sports news, expert picks, and the biggest highlights on CBS Sports HQ, the free 24/7 Sports News Network. Download the CBS Sports app to watch today. You can catch Gary joining the HQ team after our game here in Knoxville later on. 7-7. What a start, huh? 16 plays, 14 points. We'll take it.
Georgia fans are going, the other team allowed to score?
A touchdown?
Yes. Holy cow. Well, they knew there'd be one of these games when they faced an offense that could...
Wobbly end-over-end kick. Takes a big bounce.
Nice job nice job by Jackson.
Yeah, it saved him some yardage there. Exactly. He would have let that roll.
Would have got a 2-yard return, but it might be worth 12 yards because it would have rolled 10 more yards.
Well, midway point of the first quarter, 7-7. Georgia scored the first time they had it. It's going back on offense when we come back.
Hey, Coach Prime. I think you got what it takes to wear the Aflac.
Style, charisma, and a smile, there's 21 out of 10.
Aflac. You know Aflac can help keep unexpected health care costs from ruining someone's finances. Check out this coverage.
You still got it, Coach. You still got it.
Aflac. Never lost it.
Yeah. Aflac. You see that coverage? With that wingspan, I see why you got more rings than a cell phone.
There's always room for one more.
Yeah.
Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover at Aflac.com.
Smile Direct Club. These are Smile Direct Club aligners. They can turn a smile like this into a smile like this.
in as little as 4 to 6 months for less than $3 a day. Choose Smile. Get started for free at SmileDirectClub.com.
You can go big, or you can go big. Bigger fries, bigger drink. Just 80 cents more with any meal. Only at Zaxby's. And see Ghostbusters Afterlife exclusively in movie theaters.
When you hear the word healthy, it always feels a little out of reach. But it's all about the baby steps. Maybe it's a jump or eating something green or taking mom to get that vaccine. Healthier means bringing stuff to the folks that really need it. Like help at 2 a.m. or carrots right at home. Believe it. Caring for them all means we're doing healthier right. So let's do it all together, people. Because this is what healthier looks like.
It takes a volunteer, connected by a place and a shared sense of purpose, inspired by possibilities, motivated by opportunities, and shaped by the spirit of a community like no other, willing to step forward, ready to give our all. It takes courage to light the way. It takes a volunteer.
From Zucker in New York with this Jeep update. Number 8 Oklahoma already lost today. Number 4 Ohio State, they scored first, but Purdue's elite passing attack answers. Aiden O'Connell to Jackson Anthrop to tie it at 7. The Spoiler Makers, the last Big Ten team to beat the Buckeyes, but the Buckeyes are knocking on the goal line now.
Thanks, Zook. Gary's Boilermakers trying to pull off another upset. College football playoff entering the week. Georgia on top, Alabama 2, Oregon. It's got a date at Wazoo tonight. Ohio State in that game Zook just talked about. Here, number 1 Georgia tied 7-7 with Tennessee in their second offensive possession in the first quarter against the number 1 team in the country. Josh Heupel's Volunteers up 10-7.
Thank you.
If there's anything that you want, if there's anything I can do, just call on me and I'll send it along with love from me to you.
With FanDuel Fantasy, you can make your dream team a reality again and again. Make your pulse go up and down and up again. Make your team rises in the ranks with every play all day long. And if you get your lineup just right, you can make big season-long wins without the season-long waits. Make every small moment add up to one big moment with FanDuel Fantasy. New customers get up to a $500 bonus on your first deposit. FanDuel, make every moment more.
Today we're going to divide you. Oh, gosh. 2 winners, 2 people going home.
This is risky. I get the hibbity-jibbities.
A new Survivor, Wednesday on CBS.
Tomorrow, you're invited to the concert of a lifetime. Man, will Gary be watching this with Adele, including an exclusive interview with Oprah Winfrey. Adele, one night only tomorrow on CBS. Gary's favorites, if everybody doesn't know, Adele and Bruno Mars.
Yep, I'll take that. Also, the other half of the household will agree with it, so we're in harmony there.
More of a Kenny Chesney guy. I'm in Tennessee.
Too.
Yeah.
Speaking of football, it's been first down for Tennessee. They've had 10 of them. 8 of the plays have been 5 yards or more. That's why they're moving the ball.
76-yard drive on their last play, 77 on their first series. First down to open the third quarter. Zamir White, flag down. His best run of the day is going to be negated by a holding penalty. Boy, there's enough Georgia fans here to actually have the Zeus when Zamir White carries the ball.
Yeah, I think it's on Warren McClendon that time. The right tackle just grabs.
Number 70, 10-yard penalty.
It is on McClendon, number 70. Watch the right tackle right here. His man gets him, tries to go for the linebacker on the blitz, the late blitz, tries to get his man and come off and gets the hold.
Let's check in with Jamie.
Well, 12 for 21 for Stetson Bennett in that first half. I asked Kirby Smart about those 21 attempts and if it was too much for him. He said, I don't care about balance or throwing or completions. I care about scoring. So take that for what you will. Defensively, guys, you're going to keep seeing that rotation on the line. He said those players are the ones that are under the weather.
And as you saw Jamie, you saw JT Daniels standing right next to her with his helmet on. We'll wait and see if we see him sometime today. And Mitchell on the catch, the guy that owned that last drive until the throw to Cook. A.D. Mitchell, that's 5 catches for him. There's J.T. Daniels. He played last week in the win over Missouri, threw a touchdown pass. But right now it's number 13's ball game, leading 24-10 here early in the third. White. Got to the 30, that's it. First half trends. Bennett on 154 and 32 on the ground. Hooker 119, a costly interception that led to a score. And it was a 17-0 second quarter shutout for Georgia.
And besides the interception, 3 inaccurate high throws really cost him in that first half. He had opportunities, but the ball started to sail him, trying to maybe throw it a little too hard, feeling the pass rush, whatever. His inaccuracies ended up hurting him in the second quarter.
This would be a big play for the Tennessee defense if they can get off the field here. Bennett all day to throw, now running out of time. And he's going down back at the 20. And it's Byron Young with a sack.
Yeah, you don't get a sack like that if that secondary doesn't do their job. Let's take a look at it. They're playing a zone defense, 3 deep, 5 underneath, no real clear, easy throw. And I bet right there Stetson Bennett says, if I don't have an easy one, I'm not going to take a chance with the lead.
And Kirby Smart watching the whole thing happen right in front of him. Camarda to punt. And a great punt by Camarda. Way back to the 18 goes Jones. And now he's coming the other way, though. Velus Jones, and he dropped the ball. Tennessee's covered it, though. A good return, a fortuitous bounce. And the special teams covers it. They're going to have good field position.
I mean, things could not have started better for the Tennessee football team in the second half. They get a stop, a good return, and they get the fumble recovery.
So they'll start at the 41-yard line.
Well, we'll see. Go in at halftime, coach them up a little bit, find a couple throws, get this game back to a 7-point, 1-touchdown football game. See if Tennessee can answer.
Fake it to Small. Hooker takes it himself for a couple, maybe 3. Quay Walker in on the stop. And again, the center official gets out of the way as Tennessee hurries here. This might be a double pass. It is. Man's out there, but it just hung in the air too long, and Lewis Seen said, I've seen this before.
So Lewis Seen saw something else. When he saw the quarterback go under center on the play, that tipped him off. Something a little bit different. When you put the quarterback under center, it's a lateral throw, and Lewis Seen played pass and made the play.
It was Fant, the tight end, with the second of the 2 throws.
And Jordan Davis is in the game, by the way, for Georgia.
Played very little in the first half after going down on one knee and being shaken up. 3rd down and 7. Hooker on a slant, complete. And Tillman's got it down to the 41-yard line of Georgia.
3rd down conversion, a little bit of a pick, done nicely by Velus Jones that time. Just enough of a rub not to get called.
Looked like a false start on the right tackle that time.
So good news for Georgia. Jordan Davis was in there on 1st and 2nd down, went out for that 3rd down play, but to have him healthy is big for Georgia.
Offense, number 68, 5-yard penalty, 1st down.
So that takes him back outside the 45. That was Cade Mays, former Georgia Bulldog. His brother Cooper, the center. His dad played here, was a captain, former captain as an offensive lineman for the Vols. Jabari Small going to be wrapped up by Nolan Smith, who we highlighted in our lineups earlier in the ball game.
Yeah, it's hard to pick out the stars on defense. You can highlight anybody.
Here's Hooker, the quick throw to the outside, wide out screen to Keaton. And Georgia's got 4 or 5 guys there to hold him up.
They do, and you know those completions, a few yards, but not enough. 3rd and long again. You got to think Tennessee, are they going to? Well, they do hurry up.
Georgia had too many guys on the field. Long ball is tipped away at the last moment by Kendrick, who had the interception earlier. We got flags all over the place.
Well, Georgia tried to get their nickel or dime defense out there, and Tennessee went fast. As soon as they saw a substitution, they went kind of like a mayday call and hurried up the play.
Georgia had about 16 guys on the field at the time. And then at the end of the play.
And pass interference and too many men on the field, I think, on the play.
We'll let James Carter tell us.
There were 2 fouls on the play, both by the defense. Illegal substitution, more than 11 players in formation. That penalty is declined. Pass interference, defense, number 29, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Well, the danger that Georgia tried to do was substitute when the ball was on the far hash that time. That's what cost them. If it would have near hash, they would have got away with it. They could not get their big guys off the field in time.
Just too far to run.
Yep.
So it's a first down at the 23. Hooker throws out again. Same play to the other side. This one, Jalen Hyatt. And Hyatt's inside the 20. Again, just getting lined up quick enough against these guys is tough. Georgia barely did. Hooker loads, goes to no man's land, incomplete.
Well, that was a play that set up all the way to try to get the look of a quick screen on hurry up and go deep with the football to Warren, and obviously Georgia was ready for it.
Tennessee 71 yards on the ground, came in averaging 217.
Yeah, that's the first time in the last 5 games against Georgia they've been able to run the ball for more than 70 yards.
Here's Small in the open field, taken down by Lewis Seen.
Remember, Jamie talked to Josh Heupel at the end of the first half, and Josh mentioned we got to run the ball better because in the last 4 meetings, Tennessee has not been able to run the ball against this Georgia defense.
This time Georgia will get its substitution change, and Tennessee will go to a little sugar huddle, which we haven't seen much of, about 3 yards from the football on 4th down. Hooker rolling left, looking to throw, back across his body, incomplete out of the back of the end zone.
Nowhere to go with the football. Defended perfectly by Georgia. There's a reason why they're only giving up an average of 6.6 points a game. It was an unbalanced line, somewhat of a gimmick play, nothing available.
Georgia takes over on downs.
For 3 receiver, nowhere to go with the football.
And I got number 33 and number 4 in my face, so that's what happened to Hooker on that play. Georgia takes over at its own 17. James Cook, who's had an impressive day in the backfield with Stetson Bennett. He gets the carry, and he gets out to the 25. Stetson Bennett, the 4th. His grandpa, Buddy Bennett, coached at a lot of different places, including East Tennessee State, where his defenses were so good they call it Bennett's Bandits. They intercepted 37 passes one year. He was a defensive backfield coach here in Tennessee for one season. They intercepted 40 balls.
Wow.
And it's his grandpa passed away about 5 years ago, but it would have been his 84th birthday today, Buddy Bennett.
A Bennett pickoff right about here if Georgia throws it again.
And James Cook to the edge. Did he stay in bounds? No. Tiptoed out, but he still got a first down.
Oh, this offensive line now, as they get more and more plays, they're starting to fit inside. Justin Schaefer, 54. Early he got beat, but on that play he gets to the second level and puts his hat on that linebacker.
Out to the 35. Cook with 96 yards on the ground. Couple of touchdowns, including one off the arm of Stetson Bennett. Kenny McIntosh going to take his spot here to give him a breather. This is McIntosh. Kenny McIntosh goes for 15.
Ness, you're talking about this Tennessee defense. Beasley and Banks are making a lot of tackles, but this could have been a defense that had Kavarius Crouch and Henry To'oTo'o as their inside linebackers. Crouch playing for Michigan State, To'oTo'o playing for Alabama. They had a lot of transfers from this
Look
Tennessee
at this list.
team.
You came up with this list. This is unbelievable. These guys are all starting somewhere else.
All starters, and not just, I'll tell you what, not just starting and not contributing. These are a lot of guys that could have given that depth that we talk about Georgia for this Tennessee football team.
So with that, you got to give credit to Josh Heupel for piecing this thing together and still being this competitive. Right, I'm Olympic silver medalist from the Tennessee softball team, and of course, we mentioned earlier college and Pro Football Hall of Famer Peyton Manning. So it's a who's who here today. But right now it's Georgia who's in front, 24-10.
Pretty good group for the homecoming.
Absolutely. I don't know if you want to pick the #1 team in the country for homecoming, but they do that a long time ago. Here's Bennett on the RPO and the keeper, and he's got the first down before he's driven down by Trayvon Flowers.
Is he looking to lateral that ball? He's kind of got a wry smile on his face. Watch when he gets out.
Who's he going to lateral to? There's nobody out there.
Yeah, somebody comes from behind there, and I think he's looking at the end of it. Can he lateral the football?
Oh, at the very end.
Yeah, right at the end of the play.
Yeah, you don't want to get that fancy. Anyway, he got a first down to the 40. Now he's going to throw out the flat, and that one got tipped at the line of scrimmage. Getting a hand in the way was Jaquan Blakely.
Just one more look, just curious. I mean, is he crazy enough to actually kind of look at him, look back there? No,
he said,
not.
Nah, that's a lineman. I don't try. Tight end, maybe.
Patrick.
Yeah.
That would be a Baker Mayfield play, by the way, if he did that.
You're not kidding. Second down and 10.
That might be a JT Daniels next play if he did that too.
Big Darnell Washington in motion, the tight end. That one's over the head of Kenny McIntosh. And that's one thing that he has a little bit of an issue with when somebody comes off that edge and he's not quite tall enough to see over.
No, it's hard for him to kind of get on top of the football. He kind of has to let it go. But in this case, again, I think he's thinking, you know, just my guy or nobody on that play. Got roughed up a bit, didn't he?
He did. Georgia 4 out of 9 on their third down conversions. This is not really field goal territory for Podlesny.
So do they blitz or do they drop in zone? It appears to be zone.
Get it in James Cook's hands. Thought about it. Now Bennett's running for his life, and he's got a defender that's just as fast as he is. Might be a horse collar, though, which would really change the complexion of this thing, because it would have been a huge loss. Byron Young ran him down.
Couldn't outrun Byron Young, but maybe just enough to get, as Ness said, the horse collar. I broke my ankle on a play just like that.
They didn't call him in your day.
Nope, and it wasn't a penalty either.
There were 2 fouls on the play, one by each team. Personal foul, horse collar tackle against the defense. Intentional grounding on the 13 offense. Those penalties offset. And we play third down.
So we'll do it all again.
The ball, even even though he's outside of the pocket, he doesn't, with the football, get it across the line of scrimmage. Seems like there should be a call when you're in imminent danger like that. It should be able to, when you're getting a horse,
get rid of anything.
You should be able to do whatever you want on the play, I think.
Byron Young is an unbelievable story. Came out of junior college, Georgia Military College, and he walked on and tried out there. He's working at a Dollar General store, and now he's playing in the SEC. And he's a really good player.
He's a really fast player, I'll say that.
3rd down and 10. Bennett down the middle, tucked it in complete, and a 1st down to Bowers.
Stop route. He knows he's going to Bowers one-on-one. The ball's halfway there when Bowers turns around. Remember that pass against Florida, similar for a touchdown.
And that was to Bowers, too.
Yep. Threw it early, feathered it up. That one was halfway to Bowers, and he knew it. He had a one-on-one, and he liked the matchup, and he let it go.
James Cook closing in on a 100-yard rushing game. At the 7-minute mark of the 3rd quarter, Georgia on the drive. They worked it to the Tennessee 23.
Stetson's gone 25 throws, the most I've done all year. I need a little liniment done.
That's right. And if I complete one more, that's going to be more than I've completed all year. Here's Cook on the end around. Got a good block. James Cook.
Did he pitch it to him? Because if he did, it's going to count as a pass.
It is.
Yep.
So there's your 15th completion. This is as good as James Cook's looked all year, I think.
You know, one of
doing everything.
Yeah, one of the great things about depth at running back is every guy that comes in there is ready to go. He's fresh, long season, but when they get their turn, they're ready.
Including Zamir White, who's in there now. And he'll get the handle. Only got about a yard. Jeremy Banks, another tackler. He's around the football a lot, number 33.
Jeremy Banks, who began his career as a running back. This time, it's almost a dream play for a middle linebacker. No one in your face, running back coming right at you.
Coming off a 14-tackle game in the win over Kentucky, and his season high in tackles last year was 8 against Georgia.
On 99 plays, you got a lot of opportunity.
That's right. Here's the pitch to Zamir White.
Oh!
There's a collision, and he still got it inside the 10. Alante Taylor.
Well, if you're an offensive player, you're almost tired of hearing about how physical the defense is. You love them, but you want to show that the offense can be physical too, and that time Zamir White showed it.
Georgia now racking up the time of possession, the yardage total, and looking to add more points here at the 9-yard line. 3rd down and 4. Bennett wants to throw to the end zone, high and incomplete, intended for Fitzpatrick, the tight end. Bowers was there too. Aaron Beasley made the play.
Yeah, well, this time throwing to a covered receiver, coming right up the middle right there is Fitzpatrick. He knows it's a stop and go, cover 2 coverage. Good job that time, taking the stop and go route and making it for nothing. Beasley does the job for Tennessee.
So that brings out the field goal unit. Down since really the opening 2 drives for Tennessee.
Yeah, and if you look at this, one of the reasons they have is they just don't give up big running plays. For the season, more than 200, almost 300 plays, only 2 for more than 20 yards running the ball. Amazing.
So now Tennessee, it's vitally important that they get some points here pretty soon to stay in this thing. With 20 minutes of game time left. Empty backfield, receivers out to the right. Going to go with the wide-out screen to Jones. And got about 8 out of it.
When you talk to everybody about moving the ball against Georgia, you say you got to figure out a way to control those linebackers. And you saw Quay Walker right there, sideline to side, making a play.
Booker going back to the right side again. Tillman broke a tackle. He's big and physical, and he gets some good yardage down the far sideline to midfield. We're very close to it.
Short pass, missed tackle, and as Ness said, positive play. That's part of this offense. One-on-one. You don't have to block 8 guys, 7 guys in the box. You just throw it outside and let your athletes go one-on-one.
That's big. Tramel Walthauer, who's down for Georgia right now. They work on his lower right leg or ankle. We'll take a timeout. Be right back.
Cleopatra was the most powerful woman in Egypt. But no one likes a diva, hun. Watching Prime Video, she realized rulers could give back. So she ordered some gifts with Prime. After that, it was more of a one team, one dream kind of vibe. Couldn't give up all the gold, though. Prime changed everything.
This is Antonelli's Cheese Shop, and we're the Antonellis.
We chose our new Spark Cash Plus card from Capital One because we earn unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase.
And with no preset spending limit, our purchasing power adapts to our business needs. What's in your wallet? America! After the past year-ish, everyone deserves something new. So, AT&T is giving everyone our best deals on every iPhone, including the iPhone 13 Pro with its amazing camera.
Like everyone that worked from home or welcomed a new family member.
They're all the dogs.
Our deals are for everyone.
It's not complicated. AT&T is giving new and existing customers our best deals on every iPhone, including up to $800 off the Epic iPhone 13 and iPhone 13 Pro.
Every time I eat stuffed crust from Pizza Hut, I play this song. But watch what happens when I play it backwards.
Eat stuffed crust backwards, just $12.99.
The original stuffed crust, only from Pizza Hut. No one out pizzas the Hut.
Now let's take a look at our GMC game changers. Stetson Bennett, the 4th, showing his wheels on that touchdown run of 9 yards. Showing the accuracy and the firing it down the middle to A.D. Mitchell on the drive before halftime. And then the perfect shot to James Cook to give him their 24th point. So there's his numbers.
And through the whole game, Todd Monken has kept him in balance and never out over his skis. He's been in control.
First down at midfield. Now they bring the tight end Fant back in. Motioned out. Bringing everybody a little bit tighter. Booker low snap. He's going to run with it all the way here. Does a nice job of it. Picked up 7.
Moving the ball. You're down 17. Yes, you just got to take it one series at a time. Try to make a game of it in the 4th quarter.
From the 43, 2nd and 3. Small hit in the backfield by Nolan Smith, and he falls forward. He's going to be about a yard shy of the first down, though.
I think we're going to get back-to-back runs here. The situation earlier in the game, they didn't pick up a short yardage in this one. They had 3rd and 4th down.
Oh, and Hooker's going to be knocked down by Kobe Dean in the backfield. Wow. He's something.
Yeah, this one should have been handed off. This might have been a read into Kobe Dean playing that defensive end from kind of the bear look when he shifts out to the outside, and that was a give all the way. You can't keep it. That guy's tracking you.
And now instead of 2 runs, you're 4th and 5.
No choice but to go for it here.
Right. Under 3 minutes in the third, trailing by 17. Georgia stopped them on a fourth down a little bit earlier. Hooker has time and delivers to Tillman again. First down.
Oh, he sure stepped into that throw. You know, a lot of them have sailed on him. His dad, he told us his dad taught him how to throw. High elbow like a tennis serve. Left hand slap your brother as you throw it and step into your throw.
Wipe the windshield and slap your brother.
He got it. And he did it that time. Perfect fundamentals on that throw, and he delivered a strike.
Second down at 6. Trouble coming. Down he goes. Georgia with a sack. Channing Tindall.
And Channing Tindall is a great blitzer coming from that linebacker spot. And he does it on this one again. Comes in there free, takes the edge, and makes the play. Not a lot of time when those guys are coming.
Tindall came in as a leading tackler for Georgia.
That's 3 pretty good players. That a lot of teams, it might be their main guy if he was playing middle linebacker.
He had 2 sacks against Tennessee last year. That's his second sack of this year. Now it's third down and a whole bunch. Hooker down the middle, incomplete, no flags. Coverage was Keely Ringo on Romel Keaton.
Keely Ringo, the young freshman, getting a chance to play. Remember, this secondary lost 4 drafted defensive backs from a year ago. Ringo is getting an opportunity to play. He's probably their 3rd corner to come on the field. Had Kendrick as a transfer, they might be in deep trouble in the second.
They had a couple guys transfer as well, so they lost a whole bunch of their secondary. Well, 4th down and 13. And again, no choice but to just keep powering forward.
Josh Heupel took a timeout.
Maybe he's going to think about this one and not go for the 4th down conversion and punt it away. We'll see. A minute and 14 to go in the quarters. We check in with Jamie.
Well, we mentioned at the top of the show that Georgia was dealing with this stomach flu bug. You're not going to see Jalen Carter on the D-line for the rest of today. He is on the bench in street clothes. He is out because he is sick.
Man, Georgia hopes that all that will dissipate over the course of the next week. They've got a non-conference game next week against Charleston Southern. Then they finish off the regular season against their arch rivals, Georgia Tech. And then it's on to the SEC Championship in Atlanta. Jamie?
Well, Kirby also added that they're doing their best to keep this thing contained. They tried to pick out the sick players coming into last night's travel and keep them separated travel, separated meal eating amongst the team. But Kirby told me today that the number, as you had mentioned, had increased from 4 to 8 players, and some of them, as we mentioned, affecting some of the starters. So they're doing the best to stay ahead of this thing. But huddles like this, I'm sure, doesn't help a stomach flu bug.
That's like you trying to keep Avery away from Brooke. It doesn't work, Jamie.
2.5-year-olds and 6 months old, they got it. They have to bang heads every once in a while, don't they?
That's right. CBS Tuesday from executive producer Dick Wolf. The elite teams prove that justice has no borders. First it's FBI, then FBI International, and ending the night with FBI Most Wanted. These 3 teams are all on one night. The FBI's Tuesday starting at 8, 7 Central on CBS. Brad Nessler, Gary Danielson, Jamie Erdahl, and our CBS crew at Neyland Stadium in Knoxville, where Kirby Smart played. Of course, he was captain and All-SEC in '95, and he picked a few of Peyton Manning's passes off. 3 of them in his career, including that one right there. Those guys met out on the field before the game, had a little conversation. I'm sure that was interesting. We weren't privy to it, but we saw it happen. 4th down at 13, and from behind, Hooker got away from Smith, but not from Tindall. Another sack from Channing Tindall on this drive, and Georgia takes over.
Well, he matched up against Darnell Wright, the left tackle, number 58, and just beats him. Goes to the outside, quickness to the outside, and Wright just cannot hold him off long enough. And that athletic speed around the corner, you can see it, it just pops when those guys, those big, fast defensive ends, tough to handle for any tackle in college ball.
Well, we've seen either in person or on tape just about every Georgia game, and these guys feed off each other. It's like sharks going after blood in the water. And that whole group on that sideline, everybody wants to get in on the act. Zamir White. He's had a tough go of it today. James Cook's done most of the damage on the ground.
Yeah, he's under 30 yards, rushes even to 30 yards, and he's carried the ball 9 or 10 times. He hasn't been able to bust one in the game.
No. The clock becoming the Volunteers' enemy as well. White goes out. Might be coming up on the final snap of the quarter. Kenny McIntosh in the backfield with Stetson Bennett. And it's going to be Bennett on the keeper, and he's got a first down and slides to the 45. Nifty.
So this is the extra dimension. If there's an advantage, one, played a lot of games, getting the feel, a lot of play for him, but the legs, the wheels, those little keeper plays and bootleg plays. When we talked to Todd Munson, he said that's what he separates him from JT Daniels.
And Georgia's been separated. Georgia with a first down to open the fourth quarter. At the ball's 48. Bennett with a handoff. And Kenny McIntosh gets to about the 41-yard line. Brad Nessler, Gary Danielson, Jamie Erdahl. Well, the opening drive of the game, Georgia didn't look like the Georgia we've seen so far. And the consensus was if anybody can beat him, maybe it's Tennessee. But do you see any weaknesses since that first drive?
Flu bug? That's it? That's all I got so far. Maybe you might want to attack the secondary, but that's easier said than done with this pass rush that they got.
Empty backfield. Bennett throws complete. Darnell Washington.
And courageous throw that time by Stetson Bennett. He's staring right into that blitz coming right at him. Watch this, coming right at him. He knows he's on block, steps into the throw, and then duck. Don't fall back and throw. Step and duck, puts it right there. The big man makes the catch.
So they move the sticks to the 33 with that throw and catch. Bennett with more completions today than any other game this year, and we've still got 13:45 to go. Wants to throw again. A little bit behind his receiver, but he made the catch. Burton, and he's still going. Wow. All the way down to the 11-yard line.
This is an RPO. The offensive line is running a running play. Watch this. Downfield. He's blocking a run. Pull it out. Throw the slant right behind. Beautiful catch.
Burton coming off a 3-catch, 76-yard touchdown against Missouri last week. Probably his best performance since he's starting to get healthy. And now the numbers are starting to pile up for Stetson Bennett. Kenny McIntosh up the middle. He's down to the 5.
So those offensive linemen are turning around and clapping. You know they're doing something well when you turn around and start clapping. This time, big Broderick Jones in for Salyer, number 69. 59 makes the second level block. And right now, those season of plays, 80 plays a game, this Tennessee defense is facing, starts to mount up as Georgia basically does whatever they want in this drive.
Aaron Beasley is the guy they're going to have to help to the sideline. The junior out of Franklin, Georgia.
And I think it was Jones's block on him that caused that ankle to kind of give way, or knee or whatever, but big Broderick Jones got on it and made the block.
This is a long walk for the two guys helping out Aaron Beasley. He was actually away from the play, I think. I'm not even sure if he.
Yeah, he's right here. He's right in front of him. He flows, and then Jones gets it and kind of just keeps running away. Almost looks like he was hurt before he got blocked.
Yeah, I think so. And his head coach there to meet him, Josh Heupel.
And when we talk to the players, the one thing they said about Josh Heupel is he loves us.
Yeah.
I mean, he just takes us for what we are, doesn't say, you know, what you aren't. He's just right in the middle of the screen. You're going to see it again. Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
He turned his ankle before Jones made the block.
Slipped.
Yep, his left ankle.
Georgia can get a first down without scoring. Not sure what the stoppage is about, unless it's a clock issue.
Game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 13:32. 13:32 on the game clock.
So that was a whole minute difference. And we've got it switched up. Again, line of scrimmage is the 5. Georgia can get a first down at the 2. James Cook, the tailback behind Zamir White, who's playing fullback, and he gets the toss sweep. James Cook to the corner into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia. Tack on another score for number 4.
Watch Cedric Van Pran, the center, reaches and turns. It all starts right here. He's got to reach out and block the tackle to his right. Get some help from Truss, number 73. But that seals it off, and then Cook takes it in. Boy, they're a machine up there right now up front.
Zamir White did get a good block as far as leading the way as well.
I-formation fullback is Josh Heupel offense is trying to accomplish.
I think that might be Zion Logue.
Yeah, I think it is 96, yes. I think he is, right there at the middle of the screen. Right there, he's plowing through. Gets pulled down and stays down.
And he's still down. And we've got a timeout.
We're getting destroyed out there. We need a plan.
I have a plan. Right now, at T-Mobile, customers on Magenta Max can get the new iPhone 13 Pro, and T-Mobile will pay for it.
It has the most advanced iPhone camera ever.
I'm talking new customers. I'm talking existing customers like Ronald.
The new iPhone on T-Mobile. Let's do it!
New and existing customers can upgrade to the iPhone 13 Pro on us on our most popular plan, Magenta Max.
Do we have a plan for the second half?
Nah, we're going to get cream. But we'll be on T-Mobile.
Welcome to Allstate, where we've just lowered our auto rates. And savings like that follow you everywhere. Now get new lower auto rates with Allstate. Because better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Click or call for a lower auto rate today.
Butter pecan, buttercream, butternut squash, butter garlic. Better not come in here with that noise. Sonic garlic butter bacon burger. Baseball, butter, 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 butter. Sweet butter.
With Ring Alarm this holiday season, deck the halls, walls, doors, and windows with protection and peace of mind. Protect your home with the Ring Alarm. Shop amazing deals on the award-winning Ring Alarm this holiday season at ring.com.
The Home Depot SEC on CBS is sponsored by T-Mobile, Allstate, Wheels Up, and by Sonic. From one Smoky to another, got to have a blanket on Smoky 10. It's a little nippy out here. It's a beautiful day, and there's the other Smoky. Lindsey Nelson's daughter, Nancy, was once the Smoky mascot in that costume back in the day. And Lindsey last night was honored, posthumously, obviously, as a member of the ROTC here in Knoxville. Of course, longtime voice around here that everybody loved, and had an opportunity to meet him a few times. Great guy. We used to go home after church every Sunday morning, and he's doing the replay of the Notre Dame game. We pick up the action later in the third quarter. Second down and 5. Hooker. He's not going to get to the AT&T 5G pylon cam. He went the wrong way.
No, it was going to be a quick screen. It was covered well. He had to go and just try to get what he could, but you're not going to get outside Quay Walker.
Nope. So it brings up third down and long again, but this is obviously 2-down territory.
Quay Walker, one of those numerous 5-star athletes that Kirby's recruited over the years here on this Georgia football team.
Volunteers need to get to the 14 for a first down. Hooker wanted to throw, I think, and now he's over the line of scrimmage, I believe. Incomplete pass. Maybe not.
It has to be everything past the line of scrimmage. Even if your back foot is behind the line of scrimmage, it will. But he's over it. Well, it was close, wasn't it? If the blue line is correct.
Right.
Starts. I think his right foot was right on the line. The linesman's right there looking at it. Close enough not to make the call, it looks like.
Fourth down. Hooker fires. Got a man. And it's Jones complete at the 11-yard line. Good for a first down.
Remember that matchup? Lewis seen a safety type on Velus Jones. A wide receiver, that's a tough matchup for a safety on a guy in the slot like that. You like to have a corner on a guy like that.
At the 11, first and 10. Run all the way. No, more like a Tim Tebow lob over the middle. And not Nakobe Dean. Quay Walker almost picked it off.
One of those play-action plays where you just do it with the quarterback, just like Tebow, Cam Newton type play, but defended well. Look at that defense. Quay Walker smelled it out and got back in there, almost overran it.
Big Jordan Davis almost got Hooker before he let go of that thing.
Yep.
So Georgia trying to substitute as Tennessee has. And both teams kind of slow to substitute, as a matter of fact. Georgia now, can they get lined up in time before they snap it? And Georgia takes the timeout. Just too much confusion. Tennessee was afraid they weren't going to have enough time to get the play off. Georgia wasn't lined up the way they wanted to be.
It's not ringing sleigh bells or glistening snow that makes a winter wonderland. It's you after you find it. Score it, load it, inflate it, hang it, unbox it, string it, light it, launch it, and fly it. And after all that, you've nailed it. So go ahead and admire it. Make the holidays yours with Black Friday prices now through December at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Slices and sticks. Half pepperoni pizza?
Half Italian cheese sticks.
This is more about the pizza.
No, it's more about the cheese sticks.
Pizza
Sticks!
Walk in and walk out at Little Caesars with hot and ready slices and sticks from 4 to 8 p.m. Pizza.
Sticks!
The best things America makes are the things America makes out here. The history she writes in her clear blue skies. The legends she births on hometown fields. And the future she promises. When we made Grand Wagoneer, proudly assembled in America, we knew no object would ever rank with the best things in this country. But we believed we could make something worthy of their spirit.
With 26 flavors, got a sauce for every squad. Don't drip on the drip. The greatest of all times. Buffalo Wild Wings.
TV's #1 new comedy.
What do I wear? Wait, nope, can't change, so itchy shirt it is.
Ghosts. A new episode. Thursday on CBS.
Nolan Smith in and out and back in the medical tent for Georgia.
I think Devontae Wyatt, number 95, right here as he hits the late tackle, he catches Smith's elbow or arm on the play. It kind of catches it and kind of tweaks it on the tackle, and Smith doesn't know it until right at the end when he releases. Here's a look from behind. He's going to go in and tackle and watch him catch that left elbow as he comes in.
Right there.
Boom.
Friendly fire. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, it's 3rd down and 6. Need 2 downs to get to the 1 if necessary, or the end zone. Hooker flushed out of the pocket. Down he goes, way back at the 20. Ball is out. Georgia tracking it down, and they pick it up. Trayvon Walker steps out of bounds with it, if indeed it's a fumble. The officials say it is.
So how about this? A 3-man rush and really 2 spies on the play. Tracked down by Tyndall, and Dean was ready as well.
That's Tyndall's 3rd sack of the second half.
Yes. They read 3-man rush and then 2 linebackers just waiting for the quarterback to break out of the pocket.
So Georgia has stopped Tennessee on 4th down plays on the last 3 drives, and with it they kicked a field goal and scored a touchdown. But again, there's Tyndall with sack number 3. The ball comes out because his body was never down. Hooker's body was on top of Tyndall's when the ball came out. And they're going to check this. But let's see if what we think is. Now his hand is down. Well, his body's still on
his
Tyndall.
Left elbow down? That's the question. Forearm, elbow, that's the question. Watch his left arm here.
Gene Steratore is with us.
And
Gene, what do you think?
I was anticipating what Gary was going to go with and, but I'm going to fill in on it, Brad. I was also looking at Hooker's right ankle as his leg gets bent underneath of him. If his right shin is down, he is down by contact. The ankle or that side of the foot would not put him down. I think the ball becomes loose before the left elbow hits, and I do believe it's just the right ankle. I don't see a shin. There's a great look. It just looks like the side of the foot, so that keeps him up. And then as we go down here, it appears to me that he's begun to lose control before that forearm hits the ground.
Going to be Georgia ball anyway.
Yeah, 4th down anyway. It's just where does Georgia get the ball?
Right. Tyndall will still get credit for the sack.
That sneaky Gene was looking at that right ankle. I didn't see that. Oh, he's got that little extra experience looking for that stuff we don't know.
I've got to hold one every once in a while, Gary. You know, I got to put one in my pocket.
I don't blame you.
He's hiding his cards. Right there. Yeah, that's a great look at it.
Gene's going to win this, isn't he?
I think so.
After review, the ruling on the field stands. Fumble recovered by the defense. 1st down, Georgia.
Okay.
I think we did a better job than they did, tell you the truth, Gene. You should have got the win on that.
I'm with you on that one, Gary.
That's a loss of 20 as well, and also a loss of an opportunity to cut into the lead here.
Yeah, and that's going to take that rushing yardage down, under 70 yards again for the game.
The Spike squad, I think they ought to let Tyndall just keep that on the rest of the game, the way he's played this second half. And I was wondering whether we'd see JT Daniels maybe with a 34-10 Georgia lead, but it's Stetson Bennett. And Zamir White. And Zamir White finally broke one and almost broke it open. Out across the 40.
Well, we know what Zamir White can do. Sooner or later, he's going to take that power and bust one of those plays. But tonight, as we've watched, it's been the James Cook show.
Yeah. Zamir came in as a leading rusher for Georgia on the season.
And for Georgia right now, it's let's get off this field. Nobody else getting hurt. No more flu bug, and take it to the house and go to the next game.
Get back to Athens and get some chicken soup. 10 minutes to go. White again. And White now taking people with him. And this is a case sometimes they get kind of tired of trying to tackle number 3 late in the game. Jamie?
Well, you mentioned potential seeing JT Daniels here in the fourth quarter. There's a lot of commentary about this quarterback dynamic, and Kirby Smart has maintained confidence in both of these quarterbacks, and I feel it's important to tell everybody that the dynamic between Stetson Bennett and JT Daniels on the sideline is truly leaving Stetson as the starter. JT supports him in a way that all quarterbacks do, talking over indicators of coverage and what they're seeing, but it's not as if these two are still battling. The team understands that this is Stetson's spot, and JT is working with him hand in hand.
We saw JT's parents, Steve and Allie, outside the hotel this morning, as Zamir White's going to get another first down and get into Tennessee territory. This is the first week that he's felt good enough. There's his mom and dad. You can't look more like your dad than you. He does. But they said that this week, Jordan Palmer, his personal quarterback guru, coach, whatever you want to call it, flew into Athens, and they kind of went through all his mechanics and all that, trying to get ready for the end of the season.
So now JT Daniels has to be ready. Is there going to be a game? You know, when is it? Is it going to be the SEC championship game or playoff game where they may need him? And that's the discipline he has to do. He owes it to his teammates to be ready if it's needed.
End around coming for Bowers. He scored once on the ground this year. He's got a big gainer here, and he's still going. Bowers inside the 20, down to the 18-yard line. 24 yards, rumbling down the field for number 19.
Well, they've got their pick of plays here, and they're just letting it happen. Anything they want, they just are dialing up. And right now, this Tennessee defense is going, we're not going to win the game, and they're blocking us pretty well right now.
That is one impressive freshman, number 19. And all the tight ends gang up on the left side. That's where Kenny McIntosh is, to the left of Bennett, and he gets the underhand toss. McIntosh, and he's down inside the 10 to the 5.
Well, the tough thing, and we've talked about this formation, and I predicted more teams would be doing it. 3 tight ends in the field. It's like having 8 offensive linemen and 3 of them being eligible to go out for a pass. It's a tough formation. If you've got those type of versatile players that can block like Bowers does right there and still go out for passes with speed, that's a valuable formation for this football team. They outflank you and outmuscle you at the same time.
They've got the same formation set up again. To the left. First and goal at the 5. This time a straight handoff to McIntosh, and he is in. Touchdown, Georgia. Kenny McIntosh from 5 yards.
Well, that's the way to finish a football game. A 6-play drive, all runs, and stick it into the end zone.
Kenny McIntosh, his second rushing touchdown of the year, and a happy Kirby Smart over there on the sideline as well. He should be. So after the fumble recovery, 73 yards and 6 plays. Podlesny in for the point after. And it's up and good. And Georgia now running away with this thing as they have scored 41 points after trailing 10-7 earlier in the ball game.
We're turning up the tailgate with a Twisted Tea drop. We're surprising real Twisted Tea fans who love the smooth and refreshing taste of Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea with a 5% kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted.
What is this?
Is that a hairball? They're everywhere.
We have a cat problem.
Gentlemen, the Heisman House is getting a dog. Go show those cats who's boss.
Well, that didn't work out well.
Don't forget, coming up before we're done, it's the play of the game presented by Jersey Mike Subs. That guy just made the play of the drive, Kenny McIntosh, on a 6-yard touchdown run, a 5-yard touchdown run.
He made the last play of the drive, but there was a lot of good plays on that drive.
Sure was.
All running, most of them to the left. Tight ends in the game. Blocking and running, as we saw in the reverse.
Tennessee will work from the 25 on the fair catch.
So the only question now is, can this Georgia defense that has shown a little bit of everything in this game, and they don't do it just not being sophisticated. They got great players, but they do a lot of stunting and movement up front that makes it tough. They're good players, and Dan Lanning puts them in a lot of good spots. The only question now with this great defense, can they keep the streak alive of 13 points or less in a football game?
Well, there you see the teams that they have held in check and way under their normal games of scoring points. And I got a new quarterback in for Tennessee, Joe Milton, who was the starter the first couple of weeks of the season, will take over for Hendon Hooker.
Delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
It's not the way you want to start a drive. So Hendon's day is done. The night, I should say. 24-37, 241, 1, and an interception. Not terrible when you look at him, but wasn't nearly enough against this Georgia defense. Milton has it batted in the air. The Mel Walthour.
Chance to play. Walthour says, yeah, I'm good too. I was recruited 4-star, 5-star, whatever. Take a guess, just go 4. You can't be that far off.
That's right. Quick throw out to Jones. And he's wrapped up and actually going to lose about a yard. Kendrick out there on the corner. So 3rd and long. Joe Milton, a transfer from Michigan, played there 3 years before coming here to Rocky Top. Started the season, and now the number 2 guy, and the number 2 guy in today. Going to show his arm here. Deep ball, man there, got it. Down to the 26 to Cedric Tillman.
Tillman does a good job of using his body to keep him between him and the ball. Kendrick is there, but he backs up into him and makes the catch.
So Tillman is at a 50-yarder and a 53-yarder now. One was a run and a catch. That one was, most of that 53 was in the air. Jalen Wright gets it inside the 20.
It's not like Kirby has called off the Dawgs here. He wants to hold and keep this defensive record going.
And Devontae Wyatt down again.
He's got most of his starters in the game. Or how about regular rotation of players
that's right.
in the game?
He doesn't even talk about starters when you got about 24 guys you play over there.
And like we said, what the only thing they want to do now is get off the field without an injury.
Yeah.
Well,
senior out of Decatur, second time today he's been down. First half. And Chaz Chambliss made the tackle.
Come on. I mean, that's life as being the defensive coordinator for Nick Saban or Kirby Smart. Kirby had to take it all those years at Alabama.
Now he can give a little.
He gives a little now. Yep.
Jordan Davis trying to get off the field. I don't know if he did. Milton to the far side, caught, and it's Jones, a couple yards shy of the first down. They didn't throw a flag.
I think they did.
Did they?
Yep.
I didn't see the flag, but I did see Jordan Davis not get out of bounds before that snap. Oh, now I see the flag way down at the 2-yard line.
Illegal substitution against the defense. More than 11 players on the field during the play. 5-yard penalty. Replay, third down.
Kirby saying to the head linesman, you know, he weighs 360 pounds. Give him a yard.
Right, exactly. It's like 12 and a half men on the field, too. It's the most tired he's been.
That's
just
right.
Running off the field.
He is a big man.
Coach, I'd rather just stay out there.
Milton flagged down, might have a holding, and the pass is incomplete.
There is going to be it. I think left tackle Darnell Wright, number 58, is going to get beat, just drags him down.
Holding. Offense, number 58. That penalty is declined. Fourth down.
Whoa. We talked about it right here, matched up. A little surprised. I kind of thought Georgia would take that, wouldn't you, for a 10-yard penalty right there to make it 3rd and 15. He's going to go, what, 4th and 6?
Yep. And they've stopped all but one of the 4th down attempts by Tennessee. Milton fires to the end zone. Caught. Touchdown, Tennessee. Bayless Jones. I beg your pardon. Cedric Tillman to cap off a brilliant day. Now he's in the end zone.
Well, Kirby rolled the dice trying to stop him on 4th down again. And they stuck it in the end zone. Good throw. Got the outside receiver on a slant. One-on-one coverage. They blitz inside. You know you got one-on-one. And outside leverage, he takes it inside and he completes it.
Tillman, that'll put him at 200 receiving yards and a touchdown today on 10 catches. That's a pretty good day. Chase McGrath, the point after, is up and good.
Just one more look at the touchdown. You've got a blitz on. You've got man-to-man coverage. They got to get all the way to the end zone. You've got inside technique here. The only place you can't get beat is inside. Okay, I got the defense on. I've got it. And what do? Give them the inside.
And he rifled that thing into Tillman for the touchdown. Capping a 75-yard drive in 10 plays. About 3.5 minutes, and on 4th down, they not only convert the 4th down, they get the touchdown. Tennessee's remaining schedule: South Alabama and Vanderbilt. And of course, going to a bowl game would be a nice accomplishment. And if they beat Vandy, 500 in league play.
Lately, that's first-year coaches. It's been tough to do.
Yeah.
In this conference, right? I think the key win for that Kentucky win was the one
that was big.
got. I mean, they'd like to have that Ole Miss game over again, I think.
Sure.
But that Kentucky game was the one that they got.
And they played with Alabama for 3 quarters.
I don't think Georgia's lined up right. They've got it. The onside kick's going to go the other way, and they got all their men at the top of the field. It's a good timeout again by Georgia.
So we'll get realigned here on the Georgia side of things. There's Will Muschamp. You see over in the
far
corner.
left side.
He's helping out on special teams. Former Georgia player, those two guys.
So look at only 4 players down here, but the onside kick's going to go in this direction. It should be tilted the other way.
See if they got them lined up differently. They will, well, to a degree anyway.
Boy, I'd be kicking it down here. You got better numbers on the bottom here, right?
He's going to squib it down to Kearis Jackson, who scoops it at the 17. And goes down around the 34.
Listen, I didn't expect that style onside kick.
I didn't either.
Kirby goes, we wasted a timeout.
This Thursday, everyone's talking about TV's new #1 comedy, Ghosts. Critics call it drop dead funny, hilariously spooky, and thoroughly charming. So be prepared to get scared funny with a brand new episode of Ghosts Thursday at 9, 8 Central, right here on CBS.
Well, the balance of this Georgia offense in this game, 269 yards rushing, 213 yards passing. They have been able to do what they want when they want.
38 runs, 29 passes, and DeJuan Edwards. Everybody getting in on the ground game a little bit today. James Cook ties his career high with 104. Zamir White got a little lathered up on the last drive. Kenny McIntosh, 46 yards and a 5-yard touchdown. And Stetson Bennett, 40 yards and a 9-yard touchdown rushing. James Cook is saying, there's flu going around. I'm wearing a mask now. I'm done. My helmet is put away. Edwards again, back to the line of scrimmage. James Cook's day, a little bit of everything. And everything was spectacular when he got his hands on it. Open field, nobody's going to catch him. Takes that one himself. And then Stetson Bennett on a perfect throw to the corner of the end zone. Part of a 3-touchdown day for James, including this last one. Got his tackle out there, got his fullback buddy Zamir White out in front of him. That's a good day.
A little toss. Yep.
Oh, nice hit by Jeremy Banks again, who made the first contact. And it's 4th down. Jeremy Banks came in as the leading tackler and came off a 14-tackle game that we mentioned earlier against Kentucky in their last outing. He's got 15 more today.
Jeez. That was a great stat right there. 29 passes in the 4th quarter all year by Georgia. Just 2 today. That's how much they've been dominating these football games.
So Camarda set to punt it away. Velus Jones back around the 20 on the other end. Nice punt. Jones will field it at the 12. Going to get tracked down. Nope, got away. And brings it back the other way. Velus Jones, nice return. Devontae Wyatt makes the tackle on the special teams.
I think he's one of those personal protectors back there, and it got personal because he got back to him.
Yep. 24-yard return of a 48-yard punt. McConkey almost had him wrapped up, starting wide receiver, and then the starting defensive lineman makes the tackle finally on Velus Jones at the 37. So a minute to go. Tennessee's got 2 timeouts. And a prideful Georgia defense does not want to give up any more points. That's for sure. Jalen Hyatt on the reception. Second and 6. Milton fires complete. Same guy, same route. Out of bounds, 2 yards shy of the first down. And Lanning calling the defense over there on the left in the red shirt. And they'll keep it on the ground, trying to move the sticks and get the first down, and Jamari Small does with 52 seconds left. Milton fires down the middle. Whoa, what a catch. And a rifle shot.
Yes, he did rifle it. You have to get your hands up fast. That's going by you.
That baby had some smoke on it. Keaton made the grab. Back into Georgia territory here with a half minute to go. Milton in trouble. Throws on the run, incomplete. Jimmy Holiday was the intended receiver.
Yeah, and this is, again, you know, the pride of the points is one thing, but if you lose a starter here, it just kind of makes you think, you know, like, oh my gosh, Kirby is looking out there and goes, please, just let it be a sore leg, not a bad knee.
Well, Devontae Wyatt's been on the deck more than Devontae Wilder was against Tyson Fury today.
Sure. Comes out, he's okay. Yeah, see, as he steps, all his weight goes on that left leg, and I hope his knee did not give way. You know, because that's the gamble when you're trying to protect stats.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, you lose one of your key players, you'll get second guessed. That's the way it goes.
.26 seconds remaining, and hopefully not a serious injury to Devontae Wyatt. We mentioned Georgia's schedule earlier. They'll add another W to that right-hand column here in 26 seconds and be 10-0 and 8-0, undefeated in conference play for the first time since 1982. And of course, there weren't 8 conference games back then. Charleston Southern is next in Athens, and then it's at the Flats, Georgia Tech on Thanksgiving weekend, before going back to Atlanta. And
yeah, that seems like good news right there, doesn't it?
I hope so.
Yep. I mean, this team, I mean, for what they've gone through as a team, you know, for the last few years, they deserve a shot at it. I mean, think about it. In 2017, this will be their 4th trip to the SEC Championship in the last 5 years. 2017, 2nd and 26, okay? 2018, Jalen Hurts. We were there for that one. Yep. 2019, Joe Burrow. Tough to beat that guy. 2020, it was Kyle Trask and Kyle Pitts, okay? And then this year, they're back in the championship.
Yeah, that says it all right there on that, that lineup.
That's, yep.
Milton backpedaling. Flags going to have another holding call probably. The pass is incomplete.
Was this one on the transfer Cade Mays from the old Tennessee teammate, number 68?
Holding. Offense, number 66. 10-yard penalty. Replay, second down.
Dane Davis in there for Cade Mays.
He had the right spot.
Yep, right tackle.
So just a couple of plays left. Second down at 20. Milton being chased down and dumped down. And it's Chaz Chambliss again putting the pressure on. That's going to end it. No matter how you hurry up, you can't go any faster. And number 1 Georgia shows why. Against their SEC East rivals, the Volunteers. And that makes it 10 wins in the last 12 outings and 5 straight. Georgia over Tennessee.